Hey, what's up? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. This is a question that I get asked a lot by couples who are going through a divorce about their credit. They'll say, I'm getting divorced. Should I start working on my credit right now, or should I wait until after we end up getting divorced? And I always tell them you should wait until after you get divorced, and I'm about to explain the reasons why. Like a lot of people try to avoid it. But I'm just telling you that there's some things that's going to need to be worked out before that happens. And one of the things that also I get questions asked is that when people are about to get married and they're like, will my spouse's bad credit map over to my bad credit? And what I usually tell them is that no, the stuff that was done by your spouse at the beginning, their credit is their credit, but what you need to be careful of is you don't want to have your spouses with the bad credits habits be introduced into your life and you continue those bad habits, because when you continue if you continue the bad habits that your spouse brings into the relationship, you will both end up with bad credit. You will both end up with bad credit. So looking at this here, divorce and credit repair. When I get these calls, I'll admit that I do try to. I don't know. I just do it. It's just the way I feel. Is that I'm like, are y'all sure you want to get divorced? Because the money situation, the frustration, the unsurety, the man could be feeling like he's not doing his part, the fighting, all of that stuff, or the wife might, feel, it just a lot of feelings boil up, and the root cause of it is really just the money situation. So I try to counsel them that, hey, if you didn't have this money situation, would you still be together? Now, some people will be like, no, we wouldn't be together. Like, I mean, I've had that, but most people would be together. It's just that the money problems, is like the seed to making other problems happen, unless the individual is of the right mindset of money does not make us, we make ourselves. And then you start taking that power back and you start figuring out solutions together to be able to get out of your debt problem. So now with divorce and credit repair, if you've had been divorced before, maybe you know this, but some people don't understand this dynamic of it, is that the judge is going to split stuff down the middle, or you take some debt, you take this debt, like that. So let's just say you got credit card here, they take one, you take one, here's another one, so they got 4 credit cards, they both take the credit card. And then let's just say there's an auto, they got 2 cars, you take one, you take one. And let's say that there's a house, let's just say the husband says, you got the kids, why don't you keep the house, and I'll go and move into an apartment. And let's say, maybe you got some other debt, some personal loan. Let's say you got the house, so I'll take care of the personal. Now, in most situations, the husband's still going to be chipping in on that house. It's just that they're not going to be living there. In most situations, let me get this here. So let's see that personal loan. So now this is what happens. This is what gets people confused with this situation. They get very confused. They actually start to get upset. So in the eyes of the court, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours. The eyes of the court, they see it this way. The eyes of the creditor, they don't see it that way. They see it like this. This is how the creditors see it. That's how the creditors see it. They do not say because you split up, this is yours and you don't have to do that. Whoever is on any of those agreements is going to be stuck to that regardless of the divorce. Now, what you have to do is that you have to actually, if it's a house, you have to refinance the house, just like the wife would have to refinance just in her name. For this auto, you have to refinance just your name. For the husband, you have to refinance just your name. For the husband and the personal loan, refinance your name. For the cards, you would have to, this is the way you would do it for the credit cards. If you had to call them, let them know that you got divorced, and then you would have to have them run your credit to see if you would be the only party that would be responsible, and you had to do it on there. And this is the reason why. Another reason why I made this video, it just came to my mind, is that this is what happens with a lot of people. They get divorced, they have all of this stuff split up, and then all of a sudden they get a call that either the wife didn't keep paying on the house and now the husband's in trouble, or the husband didn't keep paying on the car and now the wife, they're coming after the wife for the money, or the husband didn't pay the credit card, they're coming to the wife, or vice versa. So you need to understand, when you make that split, you need to make that split 100%. There's going to be a split that the court is going to do, and then you're going to have to do the work on making the next split, which is a total break of financial responsibilities. Because you're going to find yourself in the situation that people come to us and they're like, I got divorced and now I need to repair my credit. And it's like, why? Because my spouse did not keep paying and now they're coming after me. And I got this thing from the divorce court saying that he or she is supposed to be responsible for paying those credit cards or for paying for that other car. So why are they coming after me when I had this letter? They come after you because they don't recognize the divorce in court when it comes to what you put on that application when you had that joint credit approved. So you need to understand that. So if you're getting divorced, it's not going to work out, even with the money being fixed and all of that. You need to understand that this is the next separation that you need to make, or you're going to end up in credit repair issues, or most people come to us already in this situation where their credit is messed up, and we tell them you need to start breaking these pieces apart so we can start working on your credit, because unless you do that, you're going to have to either take the responsibility of what happened. So even if your husband did it, but it's charged off, you're in the credit, you need to repair your credit so you can move on and take care of other things. You're going to have to either talk with him, or you're going to have to say, okay, I'm going to work out a deal to just get this car taken off, and yeah, he's going to benefit, but I just got to do this so I can move forward. I'm just telling you the facts. This is what is going to have to happen for you to be able to go through your credit repair process, because a lot of people that go through this is like, they already done went through the divorce, they already done went through court, and then this happens again, and they're more focused on, dang it, he done it to me again, or she done it to me again. That's what they stay focused on. And what we got to do is we got to get them to not focus on what had happened there. We just tell you, this is what it is. And that court document means nothing when it comes to the joint account that you got approved for a house, car, credit cards, whatever it is. That judge cannot call that company and say, oh, they got divorced, and I said that they're responsible for the credit card and that he's responsible for that credit card. They're going to be like, you don't run our business. You run that court, but you don't run our business. That's what they're going to say. And you can just look at the credit reports for the proof. Both people suffer the consequences of what someone else did, even though the court said you're responsible for that. So I'm making you aware of this situation so you're able to make that next separation, which is, if you are getting divorced and the judge has split up everything, you need to make another divorce with them with your creditor, you need to call them up and see how you can do that, because down the line, you don't want to get that call and that car done got repossessed, and all of a sudden you done got your life together, you're with your new person, but now you have a repossession on your credit reports. And when you in that new relationship was about to go buy a house, and now they're looking at you and saying, I thought this was all said and done with your divorce. All right, so if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, what makes us different, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my two-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters. Cease and desist collection activities letter, not a communications letter. Cease and desist collection activities letter, debt validation letter, and statute of limitations letter. I do ask for a donation, but it'll save you a lot of time, money, frustration. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to the channel, post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams.